Hey, so I just wanted to get on here and test this microphone and the video setup and see how it works. So, as you can see, I got my new microphone. I'm using headphones so I can listen to it back. But I also got this cool light in the background. And yeah, I love it. Gives so much more personality, I guess, to my background. Since I don't have much, I don't know. I don't feel like I do, but I might. So, how y'all been? It's been a while. Mainly because we've had some problems. Not like us problems, but remember when I posted that video about depression? Anyway, remember how I posted that video about depression and how it was taking over my life and it felt just like I was ruining everything that could possibly be because of my trust issues. Well, I should have trusted those trust issues because we ended up getting scammed. Yeah, you heard me. Scammed. We was trying to get a house and it was the most perfect house. Like it wasn't perfect to everybody, but it was perfect to our situation. Had the right amount of rooms, right amount of space, all that. It was a real house. We went and seen it. But I'm probably just gonna make this all the way short. It was a long back and forth with the landlord. The landlord, you know? Well, we ended up sending the guy some money, and he said it was for the deposit, and then we could get the keys and the rental agreement and all that, and he would work with us on the rest. Well, whenever we gave him the after we gave him the deposit, that was Thanos running through if you heard that. But after we gave him the deposit, he needed more money for the first month's rent. So, not not thinking nothing about it except that I have trust issues and yeah, cause I was trying to see the good, like, give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, we gave him the deposit and the first month's rent, and then we was supposed to be able to go get the keys. Well, after we paid the first month's rent and deposit, now he wants a pet deposit. So we're like, "Alright, whatever," and figure out how to get that money. So we got that money and sent that to him. Well, after we got the pet deposit and the first month's rent and the house deposit all paid, we asked this guy, we're like, or person, I don't know, because we never seen this person. But after we pay all that, he tells us we can go get the keys and look at it because at this point we're like, well, what the hell? Why ain't we been able to see this house or get the keys and we done paid all this money? So the guy finally says, yeah, we can go see it at 11 o'clock in the morning the next day. So we went up there, and this was about a little over an hour away, and Thanos is playing on a box. Anyway, so we traveled a little over an hour away to go see this house. We already had the address of the house, so I just go ahead and put it in my GPS and drive to the house. While we're waiting on this person, we pull up to the house, and we're second guessing ourselves. We checked the address. It was exactly the house that was in the pictures from the outside. And we was at the right address, but when we pulled up, there was a car sitting in the driveway, and there were 2 little pumpkins sitting on the porch steps. And I was like, "No. No. No." Yep, sure enough, we get out and knock on the door, 'cause at this point, we're like, "Are you serious? We just spent all this money, and somebody's living in this house." So we got out and knocked on the door. Sure enough, a younger lady and her well, she the 2 kids didn't answer the door, but the younger lady with 2 kids in there answered the door and was like, "I've been renting this house for a month now from this whole other company with a whole 'nother lease agreement." Yeah, we was shook, like, we didn't have a clue what to do, who to call, none of that. So, anyway, I don't know. I don't wanna go into the any more details of that, except be careful who you're talking to online about houses. Make sure they're creditable. Don't just trust individual listings on Facebook because you can't go through a real estate place because you don't have the credit or the money to be buying a house. Do not listen to people on Facebook where this rental listing was rented or was posted. Sorry. Yeah. But that's why we ended up having to go through Facebook for the only reason why we went was trying to find a house through Facebook was because we don't have the money to be buying a house right now. And all the rental places that we've called don't have rental houses. But now we know where to find some rental houses. Maybe. If they ever get any open. But yeah, that happened. It was over $2,000 that we got scammed out of. So now we're having to build all that back up and start resaving because the cops around don't do nothing. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, they don't do nothing. I mean, I know there are some individual ones that would be like, "Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Let's find out who did this and fix it for you," but yeah, it's not it's not gonna get solved here in this town. I just can't quit looking at my background on this video. It's kinda cool, getting lost in the lights, reflecting on the dolphin and all that. But, yeah, do not look for a house on Facebook, and if you do, make sure that you physically take yourself in that house before you pay them. Like, red flags was going off everywhere when that money was being when those transactions were happening, but I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because they was from a different town, and I figured it was just me being not very trusting because we live in this town, and if you live in this town, you're gonna get ripped off. That's just a thing here living in this town. Yep. Note to self and note to the internet, don't do it. I hope that story even was a story to y'all. I'm not very good at telling stories. I'm just not. I never have been really. So I will stop telling them on this video. I don't know. I just can't believe that happened. And now we're having to rebuild. Like, we was borrowing money from our future checks, our future work checks to get that money to pay them people. And then we got ripped off. Nothing to show for it at all. And I don't want anybody else to get hurt like that because there are a whole lot of people out here like that apparently. And they don't care because they're not out here getting caught. They're just stealing money from people. But yeah, be careful. And if you see a rental listing or a car listing or any kind of listing, you better see that thing in person before, or at least meet the dang people that you're talking to before you give them serious amounts of money. It's not fun, but we're making things happen regardless. So if you're in the same position where you just that life has just been beating you up one side and down the other, and you're not quite sure what to do about it. I don't know where I was going with that. But you could come and join our family on this lovely little channel. All right, I'll get off here and stop yapping because this video is probably sounding crazy, and I'm gonna watch it back before I post it to make sure. All right. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to double check who you're talking to before you make yourself look crazy. Love y'all. Bye.